maybe I can just try and eliminate some of the crossbowmen from behind here. And yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a little bit easier for us. Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, if you haven't already heard, I have some merchandise available through the link in the description. There are some t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs available. Anyway, we are now here on the character level up screen. As you can see, Beartailed is now level 10. And I'm thinking, what do you think we should go for? Intelligence? Maybe some strength? I think probably intelligence is the way to go at the moment, because we're going to be able to level up all kinds of wonderful agility-based abilities and skills and things like that. And I am going to need to start speccing into power draw sometime. I can't leave it too late, because I'm going to need to have, I think, about 7 in power draw to be, you know, somewhat where I want to be towards the end of the game. So let's see if I can... we should probably go for some more athletics. And I'm wondering whether I should actually just save some points here, because intelligence is going to enable me to get... Well, we don't really need more persuasion or any of these things, actually, but I could save some points for the next point in charisma for the next level. So basically I could get another point in prisoner management, I could get some more points in something else, and I think that might actually make sense. So let's level up our throwing skill a little bit, just in case we're going to be facing some opponents with those weapons in the arena. We're actually going to go into the arena a little bit, and we're going to see if we can make some money, because what I'd like to try and do is earn about 1,000, maybe 1,500 or so in the arena. I'm not entirely sure if the rewards have been tweaked at all, but if they have and they've been improved somewhat, then I think we could have a pretty decent way of making some money. So if I can do that, then that would enable me to get peace with the Fyhrr Skvelt, because I don't know if you saw it, but in the previous episode, we had a little bit of a disagreement with a Fyhrr Skvelt vassal. Basically, we helped out someone, and, well, as a result, their relation has gone down, but not enough to be excluding us from ever making peace with them. So what I'd like to do is try and get about 1,500, and we'll go from there. Obviously, our Weavery and Dye Works has just been purchased as well, so hopefully we'll be able to do something with that, and hopefully they're gonna start giving me some profit relatively soon. I'm actually wondering how much I'm gonna get from this. I mean, it really depends how much I'm going to survive, because whenever I've done this before on camera, I have always been either extremely unlucky or just really bad. And I'm hopeful that I might be able to survive here. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised I'm eliminating fellows left, right, and center, and gaining level 11 in the process. And there we go. There's another one down. Another one bites the dust. Yes, let's not get copyrighted. That would be good. Anyway, we are going to hopefully be able to deal with the remaining 22 enemies. We're eliminating them at a pretty reasonable pace as well. And yeah, I'm as I say, I'm not particularly, well, I'm not particularly good at these kinds of things, because we don't have a lot of leeway. You know, if they hit you a couple of times, you're gonna go down, and it's not gonna be a very pretty sight. So that's the reason why I'm a little bit dubious about doing these things usually. But hopefully it's gonna give me a good amount of cash. I've got to be a bit quicker here, because it seems like the opponents are coming in pretty fast. Got to make sure these guys go down before the other enemies decide to attack them and maybe steal my weakened opponent. That would not be very nice of them. Oh, there's my first error. My first error has come. Oh no, that is not very good. Oh, my second one. Okay, so let's see if I can... Yes, yes. Okay, no, don't kill him. Ah, no, yeah, maybe I can get him. Yes, there we go. All right. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to eliminate at least 30 at least 30. Yeah, there we go. We got 31. And now they're eliminating each other. They're just spawning more and more and more very, very quickly. I actually like that quite a bit because that does kind of give you that expediency. It gives you that urgency when you're fighting in the arena. And let's not get shot by this last enemy now. Well, a champion fighter, no less. Alright, so there's 36 opponents beaten. Not bad. I was hopeful that I'd be able to get a bit more than that. Ah, look at that! Alright, so the arena has been tweaked. I would expect no less from Pendor, to be honest. And it's kind of... yeah, it's kind of a bit disappointing that I was unaware of it beforehand, because the arena, as you can no doubt tell, seems very profitable indeed. Anyway, now that I have that, I could potentially... I could do quite a few things with that. Alright, so we're going to go into the tavern real quick, and I'm going to speak. I could get Kasim. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to speak to the fellow that teaches me poems, and that's going to be 300, and then we're going to get Kasim, which is, I think, 800, and then... then I might go in for another arena, but I probably won't show that on screen. So let's see. Okay, 800, very nice. Okay, so let's have a look at what he's good at. What is he good at? Tactics and tracking. Okay, I actually don't have too much in tactics, so that's pretty good. He's a horse archer. He is actually a horse archer. Okay, interesting. Do you have a horse? No, he doesn't. Should I give him a horse? I don't know whether I should actually even give him a horse at the moment, because we don't have very many cavalry in our army. 0. And yeah, it's probably going to be a bit of a death sentence for him if I decide to charge him straight on in there. Shall I give him some better armor than what he's wearing? I'm actually unsure about that, because he's wearing some pretty decent armor as it is, so I don't know whether I really want to do that. Maybe I should give him a shield. Does he have shield skill? It doesn't seem like he has shield skill. And he's using a pretty decent weapon as it is. I mean, why would he have shield skill, right? Oh, he actually has 1, but not enough. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so yeah, he's just going to go in there with just default stuff. We're going to need a little bit of extra cash. So I'm going to go into the arena, and I'll see you towards the end of my bout with the enemies. Alright, so we have almost achieved 30 kills. There we go. I'm almost dead, by the way, so yes, we might have a couple of difficulties finishing up the remaining units, but I don't know whether I will be left standing at the end. It really depends on which opponents we end up fighting, and obviously these shield bearer guys are actually pretty difficult to deal with. And, well, never mind. Apparently the champion fighters are relatively difficult to deal with. Anyway, there's 500, unfortunately. I would have easily been able to eliminate those two if I'd just taken a little bit longer, but that's okay, because 500 I think is going to be enough for us to do what we need to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head out. Maybe we'll find a couple of bandit parties along the way that we can fight. Ah, Red Brotherhood. Red Brotherhood from Sarleon. Let's actually attack them and see if we can say hi, because... oh, there's only one of them. Really? Only one of them? Alright, well, basically what I want to try and do, apart from asking for rumors in every single tavern, I'd like to try and find a way to gain the Qualis gem from the... where is it now? It's from the Red Brotherhood hideout. Yes, that's it. And so we need a map to be able to do that. So hopefully we'll be able to. If I can, then that would be very advantageous, and it would enable us to maybe improve our skills a little bit, maybe you know, unlock the Mines of Al-Aziz or something like that. It really depends. I'm not entirely sure whether we will be getting a rune weapon this time around, because I seem to remember, or at least think, that most of the weapons that you can get in the late game are actually really good. So maybe I'm not going to need a rune weapon this time, but I did see in the changelog for this new version that they have changed the stats of some of the late game weapons, and that is obviously very much on purpose to try and prevent people from using, you know, those late game weapons instead of rune weapons, and, you know, using quality gems on other things. So we still need to do this, by the way. I still haven't done that, which is hilarious. I don't exactly know why, but I'm, for some reason, just always going nearby to it and then being like, oh no, we should not go there, and so on and so forth. Probably not the best idea, but anyway, we've actually leveled up, so I'm going to get that extra point in charisma, and we're going to go for another point in prisoner management and leadership, because, well, there's one thing about prisoner management that it actually does, which is, in addition to improving the amount of prisoners you can have in your army at any one time, it also reduces the chance of a lord escaping after battle. And this also applies, as far as I'm aware, to unique spawns. And unique spawns are going to be one of the main ways that we will be gaining qualis gems. So obviously that is what I'm going to attempt to do. Anyway, I probably, actually, you know what? I'm going to level strength up and charisma. And let's just get 1 in prisoner management, and I think we probably want to try and get a little bit in power draw now, just because I feel like these early levels are going to make all the difference in how many useful skills we're going to be getting, and then towards the mid-game, then we can kind of level things out a little bit. I mean, we have 6 in riding right now. I should be able to get at least 7, maybe 8, because I'm thinking that the Netherworld Charger, how much is that? Is that 8 in riding? I think it might be. Anyway, let's see if we can find one of those Fyhrr's vain scoundrels and talk to them and see if we can make peace. Oh, hello there. Yes. Okay, so this is not good. This is not good. Okay, so I was hoping that I could maybe just get into a conversation with him. Is there no way to avoid this battle? Alright, so I'm just gonna leave 13? Are you serious? 13. Yes, this is exactly the reason why you really do not want to invest in too many of these volunteer units, because you are then going to have this kind of thing happen. Alright, so I'm gonna have to do things a little bit differently then, and maybe what we can do is run along with our Sarlian fellows here. Well, technically, I'm not even part of the Kingdom of Sarlian, which is kind of amusing in itself. Maybe we can actually speak to Lord Andre and see if we can become a mercenary. Am I really that useless to them that they're just like, oh no, you cannot become a mercenary. You're too bad, yes. Apparently that is indeed what's happening right now. Okay, well, maybe what we can do instead is try and wait around here and see if there's a Fyhrr's vain vassal that's going to come out of nowhere and be like, hey, I'm going to try and help Gundar's Lodge from being taken. Alright, so here's the thing. We actually have, on the one hand, a pretty reasonable battle to take, or we can make peace with them and continue along our way. Now, what do we want to do? Do we want to attack him and have our vassals, the 2 vassals? I'm acting like I'm the liege of Sarlian at the moment, so I'm King Ulrich. No, we are not. But the point is, I could either make peace with the Fyhrr's vain for a undetermined amount. I'm actually unsure how much they want. I have about 1,600, so that should hopefully be enough. But otherwise, we can just tell him to surrender or die, and then maybe capture him and gain some loot in the process, and then maybe that would increase the amount of money that they need. Okay, let's just go in and attack. Let's just go in and attack. We have 225 against 144. This is a lot more fun than what I had planned to do anyway, which is to go to, what is it now, Yaviksholm, I think. Go to Yaviksholm and just buy a bunch of flax, and then take it to Avendor, and then do the bandit task that I currently have. And this is a little bit more fun than that, obviously, because we do get to see a large-scale battle, and that is, in my opinion, very enjoyable. So let's see if we can win this. This is going to be pretty tricky, I think, for the Kingdom of Sarlian, because, as I said in the previous episode, the Fyhrr's vain are actually pretty good. They have very, very good units. And it seems like they have... Oh, hello there. This fellow has in command a bunch of Knights of the Dawn. Aha, interesting, interesting. Okay, well, I will be unable to tell our fellows what to do, so they just have to do whatever they want, and we just have to kind of hope that they decide to do the right thing at the right time. Otherwise, we're going to be in a big spot of trouble. Okay, so let's see if I can actually just avoid getting massacred for the moment. That is literally my job. Just avoiding getting massacred, yes. Yeah, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to use my lance to good effect here, but it seems as though that's not really happening because I'm just... Ah, well, I hit a horse, but that's basically it. I'm probably going to need to try and focus on the infantry a little bit more, but you can see here that the current state of things is not very... Yes, you can see that. Did you see that? I got slowed down immediately upon getting down to that small little ridge there. And that's the reason why it's a bit more difficult to use the lance in this battle than it has been previously. So maybe I can just try and eliminate some of the crossbowmen from behind here. And yeah, there we go. Okay, that's a little bit easier for us. But the problem with that is that now I have to be... Whoa, okay. What actually just happened there? Oh, new enemies have arrived. Okay, so there's the reinforcements coming in. And I have to be a bit careful about being out in the middle of nowhere, because you never know. They might decide to kind of sneak up on you. But you can see here there's actually a bunch of stragglers in the middle of the battlefield, and I'd like to try and speed myself up a little bit. Yep. There we go. Take him down. Alright, now can we get another one? Yeah, I mean, that is the one thing that I have to say about the light lance in comparison to one of the lengthier lances, is that it is much quicker to kind of regenerate its couch lancing abilities. So if we do want to do a lot of, well, shall we say not a lot, but more damage per second than one of the long lances, then obviously this is a pretty decent result. So that's not too bad. It's a bit of a better solution than a lengthier lance. But obviously if we are going to go up against other cavalry and they have lances as well, then you're going to need the longest lance ever. So yeah, I guess that's an option. That is an option. I kind of want to survive here because I do want my prisoner management to come into effect, so that hopefully we'll be able to capture him. Ah, I was really hoping to take that guy out. Oh, that was really, really close. Oh, maybe we can... Yeah, there we go. We can take out one of those Dawn Wyverns. A 13 level Beartild has now been sighted, and we're going to use the Master Ball. Yes, no, we're not. Anyway, there's another Dawn Wyvern. That's actually pretty nice. I'm actually unsure how much experience I'm getting for those guys, but it seems to be quite a bit. I mean, this is the thing. When you participate in battles like this, it is much easier to get experience because obviously you're fighting against really high-level units in comparison to fighting a bandit, for example. You know, those kinds of things are obviously going to make a huge difference to your overall level, and that's the reason why we have such a huge amount of looting at the moment. And I'm hopeful that this looting skill... Oh, I actually thought I got the kill there. Ah, that's disappointing. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, anyway, this looting skill is going to enable us to have a huge amount of loot, and we are able to take him prisoner. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, yes, I'm going to do that, even though it does now mean that the Fyhrr are hating us even more. It's kind of what I needed to do, because now we have all of these to take prisoner, and that's fantastic in my opinion. That is really, really good. This is going to give us so much money that we'll be able to buy, hopefully, another Weavery and Dye Works. Not from this alone, mind you, but from the ransom that we will gain for the Earl. We'll probably get about... I'm hoping for about 5,000, 6,000 or so, and then we might be able to get about 2,000 for the remaining prisoners. I think that should make a difference, but... Here's the thing, I was hopeful that I might be able to gain the loot from that battle, but unfortunately not the case. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do now. Should I just wait around here for another vassal and then intercept them again? And maybe take them prisoner once more? Maybe sounds like a plan. Alright, well it looks like the situation at Gundar's Lodge is not the greatest. As you can see here, they actually have Burilgi the Usurper in here, and he is massacring everyone. Yes, it's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? But you can see here that our vassals have basically scattered to the wind. They have been thrown aside and, well, they're not going to be able to do too much. So I'm going to leave here, and we're going to try, if we can, at some other point, to make peace with the Fyhrr's Vein, if we're not able to take advantage of any of the other opportunities that lay before us. In other words, engaging some vassals with our own, well, with the Salian vassals alongside us. Now you can see here that this fellow is actually wanting to raid this village. I'm thinking we might try to speak to him and maybe pay the amount that I need to make peace with them so that we can actually start trading. But if I do make peace with them, that does mean that these prisoners are going to go free. So it might make sense for me to go into Salian first. Oh yes, by the way, as I was waiting at Gundar's Lodge, the Earl managed to escape, and I can only think that that is because I don't really have a very large party at the moment. So that's obviously going to make a huge difference in how much security, I guess, you have. Anyway, is this fellow... Yes, there we go. He is a ransom broker. Give me that. Oh, nice. 1,700 dinars for that. Very nice indeed. Okay, so have you heard anything? What is this opportunity? Oh, wow. Ranger of the Clarion Call? Okay, sure, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just take that guy because he's gonna be pretty fantastic. And this is a traveler. Now let's have a look here. Okay, thank you. That was interesting. Okay, nothing else. Right. Okay, well, what can you tell me about this land? Tell me more about these opportunities. Where can I find these claim holders and so on and so forth? No, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so yes, that should be good. Now, I do have some things to sell here, but there you go. 2 Rangers of the Clarion Call, 123 dinars each. And, well, I think they're going to be pretty good for us. So maybe we can even take on some... well, should we say harder bandits? I think that'd be pretty nice. Anyway, we're going to do that in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.